What a crazy way to start my road trip. I left early in the morning and this is pretty close to Lake Tahoe and it was snowing all night long. I got past to the other side into Nevada and it was still snowing and then it kind of calmed down a little bit, but on this trip I'm going to Yellowstone, but on my way there I wanted to stop in Idaho and kind of check out some things. And as I was in Idaho, a lot of people were in this fast moving river, and you got fishermen on their boat, and they would drive up the river, fish, play around, and then float back down. There are boat ramps along the Salmon River, but it was just wild how the difference from California fishing it is to Idaho fishing. And there are a lot of things where certain fish you can't fish because it's a closed season and you need permits to fish a certain way. And I still don't know how they fish in this fast-paced moving water. But the interesting part is everybody's out there having fun on their speedboat or whitewater kayak. There's a lot of whitewater kayak people out here, and I was following some of these whitewater kayak guys up the river, and they're going to a certain spot where it looks so scary to get down to the bottom of the river just so you can ride it back down. And the cool part is I'm right next to the kayak shop with a kayak outdoors trip thingy, and they have these bus, and you can pretty much put your kayak, your whitewater kayak in it or on it, and they'll actually drive up to where you want to go, drop you off, and you can ride down. And as I was going up the river, there's so many kayakers just riding in the water, riding the river down to this spot. And even from here, there's still people on the river going down even further. I guess they'll get picked up later, but very interesting from just a few state over. And yeah, these guys are pretty insane how they just cruise, kick back, and so in control of what they're doing. And that big boat is pretty fast too, pretty good. But yeah, it was just very different from California boaters, because California boaters were either flat speedboat on flat lakes or bass fishermen, ocean fishermen on kayaks and bass boat. But yeah, it was a very interesting change. So, since there's people over at those other pools, I'm gonna go to the nicer, more interesting one down here. You do kind of get the water that's coming from them, so it is kind of like their wash, but I think there's some a little bit over here that are coming fresh, new hot water. So we'll go and try to find one. See if we can find something nice, because I could sit here, enjoy this one, and this is just the water that they're swimming from up there. It's all the same water, so it's not bad. But I could go down there and see how it looks like. But let me take a peek real quick. I want to go in before the other couple comes by. Oh, they're coming already. So I got a little lucky. I got a little time before people started showing up, and yeah, a lot more people started showing up, and people started bringing beer bottles, and I'm like, you know what, it's time to go out, time to get away from here. It is the nicer one, I think, but it's time to leave. So right now I'm kind of at the peak of, I don't know what mountain, but I'm heading out to Stanley, Idaho, and in Stanley there's like, I think, four hot springs, and I stop at a few, and yeah, I'll just show you guys the cool hot spring that I found. Pretty nice. So with the pipe right there, coming right next or right out of the spring, you can control how hot you want the water. And if it gets too hot, there is a drainage on the bottom that you could drain some water out. And there is a bucket outside of the camera angle, and you could get the fresh cold water from the stream or the river and pour it in there and mix it to the correct temperature that you would enjoy sitting. I like mine a little bit hotter. And in this one, there's only enough space for 3 cars, so it's pretty easy to get in. You could pass it and you not realize that you passed it, but I'll come back early the next morning to enjoy some more. So this is in Stanley. That's the town of Stanley, right back there by the river. And I thought about camping inside Stanley, but there's a lot of signs saying no car camping. So I decided to go to the campground, which is maybe a few miles north of the hot spring. And I figured I'd camp there overnight, eat some food, and when I wake up, my hot springs are right there for a good morning bath. Alright, I just woke up. I slept in longer than what I wanted to, but hit the hot spring and Yellowstone, so let's do this. What better way to wake up than this? 6 in the morning, it snowed last night. Cold outside, warm in here though. And you can't really beat that view. I mean, pretty awesome view. Right by the river. So there's an eagle right there, and it's been up and down trying to get a fish while I was in the hot spring. Hopefully that eagle gets a fish in this beautiful, beautiful area. Alright, Yellowstone time. Gotta go. I stopped by this one too, and this one's a little bit nicer. Well, not nicer, but you have to stand up because it's so tall. And the little one on the right is so hot that I had to jump on the left one and add some more hot water to it to get the temperature that I like. And it was nice. A little bit of snow. Not bad. Blowing really, I guess they're falling super soft and I'm driving too fast. But not bad at all. All that over there is all snow in the fog area. Ooh, it's gonna be ugly patchy. That thing is boiling. You could cook some fish in there. Holy smokes. It's snowing alright. Woo, it's in my eye. Alright, we're in the first bison jam. First bison jam I've ever experienced. And I don't know who's going where or who's going first, or we're gonna give space to the bison somehow. But who's going? Are we cutting over or are they cutting over? A bison just in the middle of the road. Look at that. It's on the other end. It's 2, 3. Babies. These are the babies. You guys are small. So cool. Look at that baby. Buffalo Jam. Buffalo Jam. It's the largest pack. Baby. Baby. Oh shit. Well, they're just to control the whole road. The whole road. Go. The cows and the calves. That truck should have went to the left lane earlier when it was open. Ooh. Why his number looks upside down? Oh. That little one's like, you know what? We're stuck in the middle of the road. I want some milk. It's drinking milk in the middle of the road. Ooh. I'm going over there later. I'm gonna go all the way to the end where the road stops because they won't let you go all the way through to the lake. And then the Old Faithful area. And then I'll make my way back up and around to the lake because I drove about 2 miles into the lake area on the road to the lake, or in the middle part. Or the middle part of the loop, whatever you want to call it. And it started getting very, very icy. The road just turned white. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'll wait till later. A little bit of sun comes up and melt most of the ice. So I'll come over here, enjoy all the geysers and stuff first, and then holy shit, that's crazy. I'll come enjoy all the geysers first, all this boardwalk, and then I'll make my way up to the lake, and hopefully by then most of the ice will have melted and would have been safer, because there was a car that was coming towards me as I was going towards the lake, and the car pretty much came super close behind me. All of a sudden the light just gone, so I don't know if they went off road, shut off their light, pull over to the side, or whatever it is. Hopefully they're okay. But oh, I got some more. My window's a little foggy though, but almost there. Right there. A lot of ice, a lot of snow. It snowed a little bit last night, and depending on where you're at in the park, it snows a lot worse. So down here, no snow, but up there by Mammoth, the Mammoth Pool, Mammoth Hot Spring on the top by Montana. That's where I camped that last night, and yeah, it snowed a little bit up there.
not a lot, just a little bit. But the part towards the lake, it snowed a whole lot more. So we'll wait for the snow to melt a little bit, or until people start driving through it and then turn off the slush. But I really don't know what to put in this video. It's not really a road trip video, it's just a video. I'm just enjoying my road trip. I figured I'll put something on there. These are some of the shots I taken as the sun came up after the Old Faithful, which I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. But I didn't want to bore you too much with just pictures, a slideshow without saying anything. And figure I'll just add this a little bit in between the drive. And then the Old Faithful video might be a little long, so if you don't want to watch it, just scroll past it. And yeah, here it goes. Old Faithful. It might pop anytime soon. Been spitting, so hopefully she throws up and starts singing. It's gonna pop pretty soon. It's gonna throw up. Whoa! Holy smokes.
Here are some trails when I went up north into the Mammoth Hot Springs, which was before the actual Old Faithful trip. And I should have put this one in front ahead of it, but yeah, it was pretty nice. I went up there and zigzag around, even went up into Montana and hang out in Montana for a little bit. But yeah, all this is all like calcium and all the stuff from the bottom. I didn't want to read anything. And then I went to Lamar Valley to see if I could see some big old wolves, but I didn't see any single wolves. No wolves, no grizzly bear, no black bear, a bunch of bison, a whole bunch of other animals. And then I just took the shot up by Montana real quick. The drive over to Yellowstone Lake was pretty frozen. A lot of areas are closed. A lot of hiking areas are closed, and even the hiking on this part right here, it's all closed because too much snow, and you could probably slip and fall and die about 1,000 feet high or whatever. But I kind of just drove around, cook some food, hang out. I was gonna go to Grand Teton, but figure it's probably gonna be frozen too, so I just went to check out the other waterfall down in Idaho and kind of slowly make my way back home and checking out some other things.
I really like this garden. This little dot on the right, which has the X. If I click that, it'll get out of the cities. What cities come up ahead? But I like this feature because it shows you what they have, if gas station, food, or bathroom, or whatever it is. So that way, when you're doing long travels, you don't worry so much because you know what's coming up ahead and how many miles or the mileage before you get to the city, and then the mileage to the next city too. So they're all moving mileage. So when you move, they move. So it just tells you the distance from where you're at, and it's pretty cool. I like it. I like this feature a lot. Sorry, I'm still driving, so cut it off. There have been so many storms, snowstorm, rainstorm. Look at that, big old dark cloud coming in. Woo! Been beating since I left Fresno, kind of, sort of, or around Tahoe. That's when it started raining. Not Tahoe, I mean, yeah, a little bit before Lake Tahoe. And it's been raining and snowy ever since, non-stop. Even at Yellowstone National Park.